Hello everyone. This is Ram Kiperson Gardening, Ram Kiperson channel. Today I have luckily Stephanie Coakley, I pronounce that name right. We are standing here right next to the what I call the reflecting area. I talked about a while back, and today I'm so lucky that Stephanie is standing here. We were just talking about the different texture and talk about the art term point of view about how the color and texture come together. I'm gonna film her and let her explain what is her point of view and how she sees what I just said. Go ahead, Stephanie.
I will say that Ram has such an incredible ability to see textures that move against or with each other to create such an amazing impact. For instance, she's got creeping raspberry here on the ground. I don't know. Can you get down to it?
You're
no?
Okay.
Okay. So
I'll follow
she's got
you.
the creeping raspberry right
Yes.
against the strawberry begonia.
Yes.
Neither one of them is a fruit plant, by the way.
Yes.
But they're incredible ground covers, and you can see there's some similarities into them as far as the shape of the leaves, but being larger and having some variegation to it versus this incredible texture on this creeping raspberry is amazing. And then we just go over to the other side of the path. She's got Selaginella. I think this is Selaginella.
Yes.
Right up
Selaginella
against
fern, yes.
the false yews.
Yeah.
Just
the
gorgeous.
weeping yew, yes.
Yeah, it's just incredible with actual ferns and strawberry begonias and mondo grass. All of these different textures up against each other, different greens creating contrast.
Yes.
And then
Thank you.
right above it, anchoring the top here, is a variegated pittosporum,
Wow.
which kind of makes it a little lighter in the area too. It pops because it's a little lighter color.
Wow.
She's amazing. She is amazing. I mean, we could keep going. We go back over to here, and she's got a juniper, or is that a juniper?
Yes.
Right up against
That's
It's a-
cryptomeria.
Cryptomeria. That's
Yes,
right.
cryptomeria.
I knew it was cryptomeria. I was like,
That's
I
okay.
just misspoke. Anyway,
I lose
the
it all the time.
cryptomeria right up against the strawberry begonia again, and
Yes.
even the moss.
Thank you.
The contrast in texture.
I'm so happy you see it
Oh
to
my
your
gosh,
eye.
I mean, look. Bam, 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 bam. She's an artist. She's an incredible artist.
Can we go that way a little bit
sure.
more? I love what you have to say.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
I'm just amazed by it.
Yes.
I forget how incredibly beautiful this garden is until I come back. Strawberry begonias up against dwarf mondo. And then she pops these little bits of dwarf mondo into these cracks and creates just
It's so
magic.
much fun. Keep going. I don't have enough.
And we're coming up on Ardesia now, a great shade ground cover that travels quite a bit if you let it.
Thank you.
Juxtaposed against the strawberry begonia. And then as we keep going, we've got Mandinas. We've got some irises popping out of there. And then Pachysandra. This is
Pachysandra, my favorite yet.
This is one of the things that Ram does better than anyone I've ever seen. And that's
Thank you, Stephanie.
having ground covers. A lot of times people think, oh, I'm going to use ground cover, so I'm going to have one ground cover everywhere. She has figured out that she can create amazing garden spaces by abutting them. Like she's got lamb's ear on the other area, and that silvery blue against the ajuga, and then she'll have sweet acarus or acarus. I probably pronounced it wrong, but
That's okay. I do
just the
that a lot.
contrasts and textures and colors in there are
Yes.
just incredible, and
Yes.
I'm in awe.
Yes.
I forget how incredible. I mean, I know it's incredible, but I forget how absolutely incredible it is until I get here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even speak.
Stephanie, I've been talking about the naturally a frog pond right here. What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Well-
the naturally a frog pond. I call it a frog pond.
So here's the deal.
Chemical free frog pond.
It is a frog pond, and I'll
Yes.
tell you one of the reasons I know.
Yes.
I came down here to look at different ground covers
Yes.
because I'm I'm thinking about ground covers right now,
Yes.
and I heard whoop. These frogs were like, somebody's invading our space. We need to hop back in. So not only has she created a chemical-free frog pond, because it's still water, they can have their tadpoles and such,
Mm-hmm.
but they're using it. They're using it. And they're eating the mosquitoes. So people are like, oh, that's stagnant water.
Yeah.
That's no good.
Yeah.
But the frogs are doing a service as well.
I'm so happy to see you say that. Because sometimes I stand here telling people about it. I'm not sure, hearing you say that, it making me feel even prouder to have the little pond here for frog.
Well,
So-
and here's another one. I mean,
Yes.
you could use this one with the strawberry begonia. And
Yes.
I am new to this. I don't know everything. I'm
I-
still learning.
I-
But this, I guess it was called Scutellaria. It's in the Lamiaceae.
If you know, I don't know.
mid-family?
That's the first time that I'll be able to say the name because I went to the lady home. She had it in her garden and it was
It's
blooming.
beautiful.
It's blue and it's kind of purple lavender. It was so beautiful and she gave some to me.
And
This
you
is
made
the
most of
friendship.
it. It's gorgeous.
Friendship soda plant that she gave me to me
I
here.
love that. We love that. We
Yeah,
try to. We have a
I
bunch of
brag
your
about it,
plants
and I don't know the name until you said that.
there. Well, it's gorgeous, and I wasn't familiar with it, and I was like, it looks. I can see the Lamiaceae, the mint family, in the leaf. It looks a little bit like a mint.
Oh my goodness, that's why we're kind of creeping everywhere.
Yeah. Look how
Wow.
beautiful it is. You have it in the front.
Yeah.
You have it in two. You have like one that's blooming red.
And guess what? She only
Oh,
give
no,
me
purple.
a handful,
Oh wow.
and now you see it everywhere.
It's beautiful.
But-
I was like,
but-
I want some of this.
Definitely, I'll give some to you.
Oh, I wasn't meaning
I
that.
love it. I love that. I mean, a lot of people would see the gardening. They look at it and say, "Ooh, a lot of things invasive," but I don't see it invasive because my garden is so big.
Oh well, but yeah.
I
this is beautiful.
I want them to go everywhere.
You
With it.
created a frog oasis, a frog Eden. But
And-
again, we're still going with the ground covers.
Yeah,
Painted ferns,
and then
colobores,
yeah, thank you. And the moss, look at
the
that.
moss.
The moss.
The moss. We
And-
were in the Duke Gardens, and they've created a moss garden that has many different types of moss.
Yes.
They've cultivated it there, and it's amazing what
Really?
moss can do. Yeah, yeah.
How they cultivate the moss?
I don't know that much, but I do know there's a bunch of different varieties of mulch, and so they have them
Are
all
you?
there. Isn't that weird?
That's the first time I learned about that. Thank you, Stephanie.
Well, Duke Gardens just opened a moss garden, so there you go.
Are
I
you-
just learned it from Duke Gardens in Durham, North Carolina.
So before long, we can go buy the moss and put it in the garden.
I don't know. I mean, they'd have to change people's ideas, I suppose, but that's gardening is about
About
creating new
inventing and
spaces
creating, and
and-
then
and-
keep going with a
Yeah.
new thing. Yeah.
You
That
know,
that.
This is the most. This is as far away from her house as she can get. This is like, I wouldn't call it a forgotten space. Obviously,
No,
it's not.
I come here every day.
Do you really?
Yes.
It's the
Yes,
furthest
I do.
away.
Yes,
It's
I
like
do.
A quiet little alcove, but it has so much. It's amazing.
It just, I'm in the quiet here when we're not talking. Sometimes I come over here, and Tom called it the reflecting area.
I can see that.
Yeah, he called it reflecting. Normally, I would put some flower and stuff here, but normally I kind of leave it natural like this.
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
Because I don't want to interfere the nature look too much.
Well, you said
You know?
that people were like, "Oh, these are too invasive." Blah blah blah.
Mhm.
And for a small, we have a 0.19 acres. We couldn't have some of it. Obviously, that's all we'd have. But is there a plant that you won't plant here?
No.
So English ivy.
Um,
Plant English ivy.
long time ago when I first started, I don't know a lot of plants, and then I went to a lady, and she had them everywhere, and I like it. I said, well, I got a lot of ground to cover. I think I should plant some ivy, English ivy. Well, about 3 years later, I said, if I want to grow something up, I better remove this thing. So I spent. I'm not talking bad about English ivy,
No,
but
it's got a place,
but I'm just saying that it
it
because
would take over.
yes, it kind of
'Cause I think there's some right there.
it gonna.
Some sort of ivy.
That is English ivy, but the kind of curly leaf one. I took it off some and then to the neighbor. You see if you look over, like this, behind the fence. That's still my property at about 10 foot from there. I just let ivy grow.
Oh.
I just let ivy grow, and then my fencing it over there, all the way over
So
there.
you can make your garden bigger.
Yeah, I could, but I cut it off right here, just to make it easier to maintain. Kind of go down to the ditch, that way, I mean, what, Stephanie?
Well, you have a
Thank you.
beautiful garden. The textures and colors all coming against each other, abutting.
Thank you.
It's an
My
amazing experience.
my honor is to have you here
No, my honor is to be here.
with
And to have you
Tim,
as my friend.
and I'm looking forward to that every year. I count the day when you text me and said we're gonna be there in June the 2nd. Was it okay for you? I said I don't know what happened. I'm gonna drop whatever I'm doing and I'm gonna make a priority to have you guys here.
It's so funny because
Yeah.
sometimes we'll be going somewhere where we're not going anywhere near Athens. I always say to Jim, is there any way that we can kind of go through Athens on the way? And he's like,
Yeah.
well, it's nowhere near where we're going.
So it's changing right now. There we go. There you go, our friendship. I love you. I love you too. I love you. And I'm so happy to have planned talk with you today.
That is a really close picture of me.
That is awesome. I like it.
I'm not really great with photography, but
Let's do it again. Yes, there you go. You my family. You my family. You my sister. You my everything. Okay, thank you.
You're so lucky. You're lucky.
Thank you. I don't know how to turn it off.